Everyone. I got to add one more thing to my store. I mean, not that it's much, it's just a buyer's choice thing. But, anyways, I had a terrible stomachache last night. Like the worst, like heartburn. Like I just wanted to curl up in a ball and I couldn't do anything to make it go away. You know that terrible feeling? So that's why I had to reschedule. So I'm so sorry, but thank you for everyone for popping in and saying hello. If you've never been here before, I'm Curry, and I'm with Terrestrialix Boutique. I do part-time sales here on District, and I also do part-time sales on eBay under the same name, Terrestrialix Boutique. And I also do have a YouTube channel called Terrestrialix Boutique with hours and hours and hours of endless unboxings, unjarrings, jewelry hauls. If that's your interest, go check it out for sure. Yeah, there's my spiel. That's all of the business I have to do. And tonight, let me just say hello. I told you guys the story the other day about how I had gone to the hotel and then left my computer and my iPad in the hotel, and I freaked out. And of course, they had it, and the manager had put it in their office, and they had promised me they were going to put it in the mail, and that was last Tuesday. As of today, they hadn't mailed it yet. So I'm not too thrilled about it because normally I would have a computer sitting here. And I don't, because normally I'd like to be able to look at all your comments and things like that. So if I miss something that you guys comment or say, please someone holler at me in the chat and just repeat it, because all I have to look at is my phone. I don't have anything else. And I swear if they don't send it tomorrow, I'm literally going to get in the car and go drive 4 hours to go get it because it's really annoying. I mean, like I told the lady, like I have a business, like I need my computer. I just don't understand why they haven't sent it, but it's really stressing me out. So anyways, we're just going to get started. So I have pulled out tons of necklaces, all specifically. These are not really vintage. Some of them might be vintage, but mostly it's just name brand necklaces. Like a lot of these are New York and Company. I have a lot, more New York and Company. I pulled out a whole bunch over here the reason they're all hanging from things is because they'll get tangled up in 2 seconds. And so, other brands too, like, oh my God, I can't even name them all, but, you'll see them as I pull them over. So tonight is going to be like the deal of the day because it's just going to be great deals. Trying to move some, simple layering jewelry, and I'm going to be doing a lot of them are going to be buyer's choice, and some of them might be where you're picking, 2 items for $5. Everything's going to be a $5 start unless I get to the very end and I have some extra time and I wanted to bring in a little bit more expensive stuff. I might do that then. But let me say hello. I see Misbehave and I see Val and David Men. Welcome in. And Heather Joe, thank you for popping in. And Dawn, I see there. And I know I saw Chrissy. I don't know if Carrie popped in. I don't see it on here, but she might have because all I have is my phone to look at. So with that being said, really what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of briefly show you the necklaces. I did turn on my Presidium. We probably won't need it much because most of these things are, they're not precious stone. There may be some things that, oh, she's here. Okay, yay. Hey there, how are you? How are you, Heather? And hello, Carrie, too. Still feeling average today. I'm not perfect. That's why I didn't come to Zoom because I'm still like, I'm just not feeling great. I don't really know what's going on. So, but I'm good enough to be here. So we're going to make do. Anyways, the likelihood that we have precious metal is small, but I just have it on just in case because there are some things that have glass in them and we could just double check. So, with that being said, I'll just sort of get started. I was really just going to bring things over and briefly show them. And then, a lot of these are layering necklaces. So these, the whole first section of what we're going to do, they're all signed New York. Nothing wrong with these items, all in great condition. Anything that had even some wear on it, I took it and just put it in my lots because I wasn't going to bring those things to you. But these all look incredible. And so this first one obviously is alternating with smaller beads and then really big acrylic, even some faceted. And those are actually glass right there. But those are acrylic right there. Yeah, so a mixture of glass and acrylic gunmetal. So that first one is, without the extender, is definitely layering necklaces here. 24, about 36 inches. So that's going to be choice number one. And this first buyer's choice is going to be 2 for $5. Okay, so you're going to get to pick 2. So I'm just going to keep showing them to you, and then we'll eventually run it. Here's another necklace, very similar, except this one is silver tone. Also, New York. Actually, it's a mild gold tone. You see the tag there, but the hang tag is silver. And those kind of look silverish gold. Maybe it's just a really matte gold. I'm not sure. Kind of like that matte gold. These are all acrylic. Kind of a varied bead station necklace, super long, just like the other one. Probably another 36-inch necklace. So that's going to be choice number 2. Okay. This one's a little heavier. This is also New York. It comes down to these double strand of just chain, coming down to some textured rings, acrylic balls. Yeah, those are acrylic that are within those rings. You see they spin around. So, yeah, just sort of a layering necklace down to a double chain again, in great condition, silver tone. So that's number 3. Here's another layering necklace. Also New York and Company. This has got a cool silver tone texture to its chain. I got to get it to focus on this instead of the necklaces in the back. Double strand with some, kind of watermelon shaped beads. These are all acrylic, 2-sided there, though, bezel set. Yeah, 2 layers. In that one, probably the shortest of the 2 is 36 inches. I can just tell by looking at it and comparing it to the others. So these are great layering necklaces to add to your, whatever you're doing to put together your outfits. Okay, I'm going to keep going here. I've got, let's see. I think I got 2 more, or I'll do. No, actually, I got 4 more that actually, no. I'm going to keep that for this. Okay, so this one is also acrylic. These are bezel set articulating, and they're also what we call graduating. They're graduating, getting smaller, not graduating from high school. I do have a son, though, that's about to graduate from high school. I'm about to be an empty nester, people, after 3 out the door, with this fun fringe down at the bottom, really thick, kind of double link. You can see it there. The silver tone looks fantastic. There's your New York mark there. Yeah, and down to where it connects at the first big rectangular disc, you're looking at about I don't know, 20, maybe about 30 inches. So you got that one as a choice. Sorry, we're running out of room here. 2 more. This one is single layer. Is that one? Yes, that's one. This one's black metal. There's your mark, New York. Great to add to those necklaces that you wanted to pull in, that darker color. These are faceted acrylic beads. Yeah, just goes down to, and they are actually capped. They're just acrylic, but they have some nice little added details on there. Before the extender, we are looking at 36 inches. I'll put the last one right there in the middle. Hope you can see those all. Okay, here's the last one. This one is a 2-strand. Hold on. I had to untangle it. So there's your tag right there. Silver tone. As you see, you got 2 different size oval links to the chain. You've got a shorter strand here. What is hanging off here? That, hold on. I need to make sure this isn't tangled. Okay, so at the one of the strands kind of comes down sort of to a Y, but it's got 2 that come out in the Y, if that makes sense. It is on a station chain that kind of starts lower down. I didn't notice it at first. So that's the shorter of the 2 lengths, and then the longer of the 2 lengths just has one big, teardrop acrylic bead there. So those are your choices. This is going to be 2 for $5. All in excellent condition, New York and Company. And let me go ahead and start this. And I always like to snap a picture of what we're doing so that, because I'm just going to keep duplicating all these. But then at least when it comes to me trying to connect them to who bought what, I have a picture to connect it to. So amen for that. Okay. All right. So if there's any takers, anyone interested, I am going to, it's running now. Okay, there you go. So those are the choices, all in excellent condition, all branded 2 for $5, which would make them $2.50 each. What a deal. When I go on and I look at comps for New York and Company necklaces, the cheapest ones I find, and I don't even know what condition they're in, are, $10, $12. Most of the others are, I know buying price, depending on what you get, they're higher than that. Now, this is not high-end costume, but it is great, great costume jewelry to, do for your wardrobe. Okay, I've got to do a little swap of necklaces here so I don't get stuff tangled. So hang with me for 1 second. And I will bring you the next one. Thank you for looking at that. Now this next set, I'm still going to do as 2 for $5. But to me, these New York necklaces are even nicer because they either have some more glass stones or they just have more layers to them. They're more of a significant statement necklace. So you will see when I show you. I have to be careful because otherwise these are going to turn into one massive big knot, which I'm not interested in dealing with. Okay, so here we go. Also, New York. Here we go. We've got a long extender, probably 3 inches. And so this is got like this, it's like not symmetrical, like each side's different. So the one side sort of has this floral material kind of accent with all these different beads going on, as you see. These are faux pearls. They're all linked in between. And what I do, oh, by the way, that fell off, but I have it right here. I just have to glue it back on. What I do appreciate is when they have these beads that are sort of bezel set on necklaces. I hate it when they only do it to one side because, when you wear your necklace, it's moving around. So I'm happy to say that shows it on both sides. So this is 2-strand, and before the extender, one strand's just slightly shorter than the other. I would say it's probably 24, 36. I would say it's probably about 32 inches, maybe 33 inches for the shorter of the one. Okay, so this is going to be pick 2. So that's a pretty significant necklace. You could probably, look it up and see the value of that. Now this one is a really nice one. This is all just chain, kind of mesh chain. Again, marked with New York. But we have, they're all different lengths too. So you see 3 mesh chains as well as 3 black chains. So a great layering piece. And before the extender, the shortest of the chains is about 24, but obviously you have alternating lengths. So that's going to be choice 2. Oh my gosh, if you saw me trying to untangle this darn necklace, I was, whew. When it comes out of when it's been stored, with other necklaces and it's just all tangled up. So this is definitely multi-link. This is, I guess you would consider it gunmetal, a very shiny gunmetal. And we have 5 different layers here of different size links, okay? You can see one comes down to, sorry, trying to get it to hang. One comes down to a sort of cross here, and then another layer here has some keys on it. And then we have another layer here. These are glass little dangles hanging from that one. And then, sorry, I'm trying to show you all of these without getting them tangled. One of the longest layers has a cross again with rhinestones on it. And then another one of the layers has these balls hanging out of them, some kind of looking pave, as well as just some smaller. Those are actually acrylic hanging off that. So definitely multi-layer necklace. Definitely a statement necklace. Definitely worth more than $250 if you're going to get 2 for $5. Okay, so this next one is super pretty. Okay, so it's attached with a ribbon here. You've got your New York up there again, right there. It comes down to these really lovely, looks like 3 strands of different rings that have, different acrylic and faux pearl beads on it. It's a really lovely set. So the shortest, the shortest of it is probably about 28 inches for the shortest one. Okay. So that's choice number. Well, you're picking 2. Okay. I'm going to show you 2 more. So this one, these are in fact glass and heavier. And I'm just getting it untangled here. What's going on? Okay. There we go. So again, we have our New York mark right up here. Gunmetal. And these are all glass beads. Okay. Varying colors. Some with foil in them. Those ones, I guess I would still consider to be glass. I'm not sure what those are made of, but it's a heavier necklace for sure. It's a very nice layering piece. And the shortest of the 2 strands is probably about 36 inches, I'm guessing. It's just, I don't want to get it all tangled and wrap it on itself. So there's that. And I was going to put one more in here. Give me 1 second. This is the only one that's not New York and Company. But I honestly don't know this brand. But this is a pretty significant necklace. These big, huge acrylic, those are glass faceted. These are like some sort of ceramic with glass faceted on the end. And they, they're just all these little, um, rings that are on this really thick cord, gold tone. And it's got a thing on here that I honestly, for the life of me, have no idea what it stands for. It says JS. I can't imagine that's Jessica Simpson. I don't know. I thought hers looked different than that. But anyways, that is choice number 6. So you would get to pick 2. Okay. So I'm going to bring this up again. $5 start. Pick 2. Okay. And for any interested takers, there you go. There are your choices. Pick 2. These are definitely fancier and nicer, more statement necklaces than the first round. So a really good deal for anyone interested in some nice layering pieces. Okay. Oh no, do not get tangled on me. That is not what I want at all. Okay. So give me a second. I'm going to put them away. Please let me know if you have any questions. Normally I'd be playing a game, but my hands are busy with all this evening. I shouldn't say normally. Sometimes I play a game, not every time. That one's pretty incredible. Hi there, Dee. How are you? We're just doing kind of some great deals on branded. These are all New York and Company. These are all glass. We've done some buyer's choice, so welcome in. Okay, so now I'm going to do some shorter necklaces that are also New York and Company. And let me show you what some of those are. So here we have, again, gunmetal. This has got 3 strands in it. This is heavier. Trying to see if I think this is acrylic or glass. Oh, it's acrylic, but it's heavier. So even those bezel set, kind of rectangular bezel set ones, it's on both sides, which to me, it matters to me in a necklace. So it's 3 strand. And so the first strand, we're looking at about 18 inches. So some greens and some kind of grays. And are those glass? There might be some glass beads on here. Hold on. They're not all acrylic. Okay, so there are a few faceted glass beads there as well. This is also going to be you pick 2 for $5. So there's first choice. Another one here. This is a very matted gold tone, and we're looking at about 21 inches. This is just one strand. Yeah, some of those are glass beads, the faceted ones with some AB on them a little bit. But then others are acrylic with some little spacer beads in there. So some pretty kind of either red, but not like a bright red, kind of like a muted red. Okay. I'm going to keep going here. This one is gunmetal, also New York and Company. 3 strands again. We've got some little pave balls there. We've got some purple faceted beads. Can't tell. Those faceted ones might be glass. It's hard to tell. Anyways, but some really pretty kind of lilac-y and grays for that 3 strand. And again, sorry, the first strand, lengthwise, we're looking at about 18 inches for the first strand before the extender. So that's choice number 3. Also Jones, New York and Company. This one is 3 strands, except the strands don't really come into existence until you get to the, further down the chain. Sorry, I just wanted to get that untangled there. Okay. So it's 1 strand down to 3, and you can see some of the different dangles that are dangling off that longer strand across, and then a little medallion there, another medallion. So, yeah. So the shorter of the strand on that one is about 15. It does have an extender. Okay, that's pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is also New York. I would consider this to be like a rose gold, a really cool kind of bib linked necklace, as you see there. Yeah, in excellent condition. The beginning of the bib necklace is happening at around 16 inches. So that one's pretty cool. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the 6th one is going to be 2 necklaces that I'm going to put together to make 1 necklace. But they're both New York and Company. So one of them is just on a snake chain, also New York there. And it comes down to a glass oval bezel set, kind of cat's eye. It's probably a glass cat's eye necklace. And that before the extender is about 16 inches. And that's going to go with this one. It's on a silver tone as well. There's your mark. And then this is just a whole bunch of faceted glass, small beads. This is choker length. So, we're looking at between 14 and 16 inches. So that's going to go with that one. Okay. So let me pull that up for you. Seriously, I ran it? I ran the wrong one. Okay, hold on. Huh. How annoying. Okay. Let me just change the picture on here. So this is you pick 2 for $5. And I'm starting the auction now. I'm good, thanks. How are you, Curry? How was Nationals? Nationals was incredible. Thank you, Dee, for your bid. Those are your choices. Yeah, they won 3rd in the nation. They had to qualify just to even get there. There were 38 teams just to qualify. You had to be a top 4 in your section. All right. Dee got that one, so she can let me know which 2 necklaces she's looking at. So that means that there's 4 sections in the country. So each section brings 16 teams. 4 teams, which means there's 16 teams, the best teams of the country when you go. And our team got 3rd. So that was pretty exciting. So we podiumed, and then Caroline won another national championship. So she had a great weekend. It was a great way to finish out her skating career. It was very, very emotional, as you can imagine. Okay, 1, which is the greens here. Correct? And then 6, which would be the 2 necklaces. And 1 silver looks a little bit different than the other. But just FYI, yes, very proud. And, it's just been great to have that balance out. Yes, thank you. Okay. Her, while she's been at school there to, balance out her studies, All right. So let me write your name, and I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'll run it again for any other takers on the last 4. Let me get these out of the way and I'll start the auction. So I'm running it again if there's any other takers to pick another 2. And then this is for D. I'm going to put it in 2 separate bags because definitely that one's going to get all twisted around. Now, D, I don't know if you were here from the beginning or if you came in a little later, but if there are some other, I did a whole bunch of longer New York and Company necklaces before these. If you're interested in me running any of those sets, please let me know. Okay, so that one's set number 1. And then you'll have to tell me the next 2 that you want. I'm just writing D. I'm just being lazy. 2 and 3. So that would be this one. And those are glass. At least the top ones are glass. But there's that's 2. And then 3 is here with the pretty purples. So I assume those are the right ones. All right, so let's get this one put away. And then I'm going to run it one last time. This time I'm going to lower the price to $4. You pick 2. So obviously you don't pick 2. It is those 2. But you'll get a little better deal. So I'm going to duplicate that. And then I'm going to change it to 4. And then I'm going to start that auction. So that's for D. Now, if I hadn't left my darn computer and iPad in the hotel room of like one of my second places, then I would have it with me and I would be able to show you video of her skating so incredibly. I'm so frustrated because it might, though, have connected to another one of my other devices. I could see if I could show you. I love showing you guys the programs, you know. Maybe you guys aren't interested, but she skated her little heart out. You know what I mean? All right. So no takers on the last set. Thank you so much for looking. Sorry, I'm trying to get him in the bag. Come on, my little friend. I know you can fit. I don't want to get a bigger bag. There we go. Okay. Does that bore you guys when I show you the skating, or are you interested if I can try to get it to pull up? So she got first in the nation in her free skate, which is to a program, I guess, by it's from Hometown. What's the name of that singer? Adele, maybe? I think that's what it is. Let me see if I can charge this other device, if I can let you watch it on here. But it's not charged now, so I'll just charge it while we keep talking. Okay. So let's give that a few minutes. And we're going to put this away. Thank you for looking at that. All right. Okay. So now I have a whole bunch of shorter necklaces of other brands that I'm going to bring you. So, oh, that's interesting. Does that go on that? Hold on one second. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, there's 7 here. How many's here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to bring this in here. Okay. So these are other brands. All right. So this is just an acrylic faux mother of pearl. It's not actually mother of pearl. It does say Chico's on the back. This is a thicker chain. It's marked Chico's again right there. And that's probably a 4-inch extender there. And a pretty significant chain there. So before the extender, we're looking at about 18 inches for that little teardrop necklace. Okay, so this one is marked Liz and Company. It's in excellent condition. Oh, there's a little knot there that I can get out easily. I just haven't yet, and I'm not going to do it this second. Comes down to these really pretty, let me let you look closer up. That's what they look like, you know, with just rhinestones there and all of those little squares. This is what the backside looks like. This is in excellent condition. And then it's got some little bezel set rhinestones in between there. And so before the extender, this one is about 15 inches. I like that one. That's my style for sure. Okay. I'm going to scoot this over a little bit. Okay. So this one is a more significant necklace with big cabochon acrylic, some faceted, some, just rounded on a really thick Rolo chain. This one is marked, and for the life of me, I cannot remember what brand that is. I feel like I should know. One of you in the chat might know, but look at how brand new that looks. It's in excellent condition. And before the extender, we're looking at about 14 inches, but it has several inch extender. So it's, it's going to sit like that. And it's got some really nice colors in it. So that's a choice. And then I've got this. It's got like a little leather that's braided in there. And then we've got all of these, like little floral acrylic designs there. And this is Liz Claiborne. You can see the mark right there. This is a very muted gold tone, or just has some slight wear shown to it, but it's even enough that I can't tell if it was originally that way or not. The point is it doesn't look bad. And we're looking at about 16 inches before the extender. So you got that one going on. I love this one. These little linked, articulated, textured, domed, open work little links there that come up to a very heavy but Rolo chain. We've got about a 2-inch extender, and it says Liz Claiborne. I like that one. That's my style too. And that one is about 16 inches. Okay. This is like a bib gold tone bib necklace coming from like a flattened snake chain. So it's laying like that on the neck. And all these links are like linked together. You can see the backside construction looks like that. Okay. And it's like a flatter snake chain, gold tone. And this is marked Express right there with an extender. So without the extender, it's around 16 inches again. I'm going to put this one up here. We're going to run out of room down at the bottom. Okay. Then I've got here, great for spring. Sorry, just trying to get it to hang all the same direction. So all of these little, bezel set acrylic faceted beads there. Gold tone, an oval link chain extender, and then again that says Liz Claiborne right there. And this before the extender is 16 inches. Great for spring, great colors. Sorry, just trying to get that to lay the right direction. Okay, so you got that. That. Okay. And then this one is Sugar Fix. That's where it says right there. Really more significant, heavy oval chain there. This is meant to be more of a choker because the way it's not meant to sit flat as a long necklace, it's meant to be up around the neck like that. Okay. But you can see closer up. It's got like some marquee and then some little baguette style rhinestones there. I honestly don't know if they're glass or acrylic. I can't tell. Here, let me see if I get a reaction on my gem tester. Well, no reaction that I see. But anyways, Sugar Fix. So that's going to go up there too. All right. So this is going to be buyer's choice, pick 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How about that? That probably wasn't the order that I said it, but that's the order I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And let me take a picture of it. Okay, so these are some different brands, Liz Claiborne and Sugar Fix, and I can't even remember all the other ones. I just don't even remember, but you heard me say whatever they are. Okay, here we go. And so I'm starting the auction now for anybody interested in those little shorter statement necklaces. You pick 2, so they would be $250 each. Great deal. Thank you for your bid, Dee. Let me see if this is starting to charge up my phone and if it has downloaded my video. Let's see. For some reason, it just doesn't want to update all my stuff. But it's on here, so I can show you. Okay, so we'll take a little break. Okay, 5 and 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I love that one too. So there you go. 6, 7. So we got our, this just feels like in my hand. I just love the way it feels. Okay, so those the correct ones? Yes, okay. And then I am going to duplicate this. And I'm going to start the auction again while I get this bagged up for D. And I will put them in 2 separate bags for you. I hope everyone had a nice holiday weekend. However you celebrate in your house, like in terms of like Easter baskets and that sort of thing. When I had all the kids home and they were younger, I would make scavenger hunts and really go to town and make a whole deal about it. But I only have one child left here and he's about to graduate from high school and he really doesn't care. So I literally made an Easter basket for him with a sweatshirt. He's going to be going to University of Pittsburgh. And so I bought him a sweatshirt for that. And yeah, with some other things that a teenager would want. Oh, by the way, this has got a little on the edge of this. It's probably a natural stone just on the little extender. It may not be natural stone, but let's check. Yeah, it is a natural stone. It might be like a very teeny tiger's eye or something. So that's cool. Okay. So we're done with that. I got another set of shorter necklaces and we're going to move on to longer necklaces again. So let me get these out of the way. It looks like we ran it again. Okay, give me a second. I'm going to go grab another handful. Okay. All right. So let me show you this program of hers. If y'all are interested, let's see if I can get the volume turned up here. Now we have to watch it on a little teeny phone, but hold on. All right. A little entertainment for you guys here. This is my daughter, Caroline. Yes, of course, I stone all her dresses. Every single stone on that dress is done by me, individually glued, and it's actually on top of appliques here. So this is her free skate. I don't know why that just switched. Sorry. Now, I have like 4 programs, but I can't imagine you want to see all of them. She's saying something to her coach. Our next speaker represents New York University. Please welcome to the ice, Caroline Garrett. So that's all her teammates cheering her on. And we're right up here in the stands, actually under the Boston sign, because Michigan was sitting in our section. She's killing it. I don't want to bring it too close because it'll get blurry. I hope y'all can hear it okay. Thanks, Dee. That's so sweet. She works really hard. She's a very good spinner. Well, she's very good at it all, but so this is her latch jump. So we all know that when she lands this next jump, that it was a clean program. Yeah, she did amazing. And like I said, she won the entire group and is the national champion in this event, which is junior. So yay for Caroline. And there we are up here cheering right there. So I could bore you with lots of videos, but there's kind of the biggie. So thanks for watching. I hope that that wasn't too boring. Um, and I'm sorry it was on such a teeny little device, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to do some longer necklaces. Again, other brands. I think I have some Banana Republic in here. Some are just really, really nice. And I'm going to continue with the whole 2 for $5, which is going to be amazing because some of these are like Chico's. Some of them are Banana Republic. There's some just really good deals in here. So, thanks for watching, Chrissy. Yeah, I know. You could go to my Facebook page and watch all of them. Oh, so great. I'm glad I'm not like boring everybody with that. Anyway, so this one's Banana Republic, silver tone, as you see. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's an extender. It's like because all this chain is the same. So it is super long. We're looking at about almost 34 inches. But what it does is it comes down to these faux pearls that alternate with like these little cluster of links. And that's just basically what the bottom of that long necklace is. And it's pretty heavy. This is significant. And if any of you know, Banana Republic is a brand, very quality jewelry, very comparable to J. Crew, very comparable to Stella and Dot. Yeah, so a very nice necklace there. All right, there's going to be several to choose from here, so just be ready. All right, so this one is another silver tone long statement necklace. It's more of a kind of a pewter in color silver tone. It just looks a little bit more like not shiny silver, if you know what I mean. I'm trying to see if I can look at this tag. Because to be honest, I don't think I'm very familiar with it, which I might be. I think it says Ruby Road, RUBYRD. For all I know, it could be an expensive brand. I don't know. And if it is, I guess it's your lucky day. But this is a 2-strand, much more significant link chains there. And there's 2 strands that are pretty close in length. One is a little bit longer than the other. But you can see we've got some of these textured discs and balls. And those are glass right there, faceted glass. As well as, I think that's metal there, but I think that's faceted glass. This is actually a really, really nice necklace. Great layering piece. So the shorter of the 2, which isn't really that short, is about that much shorter, is about 34 inches. So that's a really, really nice option. So there's 2. Okay. And this one is, I guess this is Erica Lyons. I don't know a lot about her stuff. She's got a little faceted bicone. Let me see if it's glass. I think it's acrylic. I'm not sure. I can't tell. But it's just one very long silver tone chain necklace that comes down to a hammered little, panel there that hangs down with this thing. So that's kind of the big dangle part. It does have an extender, but without the extender, we're looking at about 26 inches to that. Okay. In excellent condition. So that's that one. Okay. There's going to be lots, so be ready. This is another Banana Republic necklace. The chain, this reminds me of like a popcorn link. I don't know. That's it close up. It's interesting chain link, definitely thicker. it comes down. This is asymmetrical, so the sides are different. It doesn't even hang equally. Like if this is at the top, you see those don't even fall in the same place, and then it's just chain at the bottom. So on one side, you have these, let's see. Yes, those are glass. We have glass faceted kind of stones there. These are all faux pearl. So that necklace is about 32 inches, one strand. Banana Republic. Okay. Oh, please don't get tangled on me. We don't want you to get tangled. All right. So this next one has a kind of filigree open work medallion. It looks like it had a rhinestone in the center. So I will put a clear rhinestone there in the center. If someone gets this, I will square you away, but it doesn't look like anything else is missing. That is what the back side looks like. It comes to this, alternating chain link, as you see there. And then it's got these kind of wood and metal and acrylic. I don't believe those are stone. I think they're acrylic and metal beads. And there, oh no, it looks like those match as they go up the chain. So then just a super long chain. This is arrow. Is that Aeropostale? I don't know. But there's that. It's kind of a not gunmetal, kind of a pewtery color about it. So that's 24. So this is about 34 inches. So there's that. Okay. Okay, I've got this. This is a cool one. I've got this gold tone, matte gold tone textured. That's the little pendant that hangs from this very significant multiple link chain. It's like a triple link in excellent condition, very thick. This is marked somewhere. Oh, it's marked right down there at the bottom. It says Express right there. This is very heavy, well made, heavy chain used for layering. And the chain is about 34 inches. Okay. So I'm going to put that one up there. I have lots to choose from here, apparently. This is also Express. Okay. Kind of an oval link chain that comes down into these textured links that can be used for layering. So just one long chain, and we're probably looking at about 34 inches as well. Okay, this one's cool. This is glass. This is like a heart, faceted heart with like some cha-cha glass stones that comes up to a little, I don't know if you'd call that pave, but they're prong set pave on a Rolo, well, just an oval chain link there. And this brand is, I don't even know what brand that is. It kind of looks like it says Lane, like a lowercase L-A-N-E in cursive, but I'm just not sure. But yeah, so definitely a layering piece. The chain is probably about 28 inches. So there's that. I got 3 left. Okay, this is, I don't know if it's a gemstone. No, it's probably just glass. But it's kind of got this painted gold edge on it. Made to look like turquoise, but not. This says plunder. Okay. Gold tone, just simple long chain to that dangle. So not counting the extender, it's about 28 inches. Okay. 2 left. All right. So this one just has like a material ombre, like tassel here coming out of this sort of square pendant. A more significant, I don't know, what do you call that chain link? Is that curb? I'm not sure. I don't know all the chain links. And this is loft. Okay. So this is about it's about 32 inches, the chain, that is. So ombre tassel there. Okay, last one. This last one is Chico's. You can see it right there. It's one of those things that that there's no like clasp. This piece just loops into this one, and this is like a dangle of 3, and they're like textured links, and then that other one you just kind of loop through, and so then when you wear it, it's just hung like that. So or hung however, I don't know which direction it's supposed to go, but that's what it is. So that is about 28 inches as well. Okay, so let me count this out for you. One, Banana Republic. Here's that 2-strand one. 2. This one, 3. That was Erica Lyons. This one's Banana Republic with the little fun asymmetrical beads there. Then we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. But you can also ask me. You can also just describe it, and you don't have to say a number. But let me pull this. It's going to be you pick 2. Let me. Where is it? What have I done here? Hold on. I got to figure out what I did. I guess I just have to do that. So I'm deleting that, and then I'm taking a picture. Okay. And I'm going to move it to stage, and I'm going to start the auction. There you go. So those are the 10, and you can just describe for me. So we're talking Banana Republic, Liz Claiborne, Erica Lyons, Loft. Oh, let me start the auction. Express, Aeropostale, Chico's. There's lots of different brands in there. So buyer's choice, pick 2. And Dee's in again. She's getting some awesome deals tonight. Woohoo. Okay. And I'm bagging all of these separately so they don't get all tangled on each other. I have no idea what you'll pick. So I love seeing what people's taste is. 8 and 9. Okay. I believe that's this one. And this one, correct? Yes. All right. Well, there you go. All right. I love that one. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to duplicate this and run it again. I'm starting the auction for any other takers on the stuff that's left. Okay. Both of those are pretty heavy. They're nice necklaces. All right. So there's that one. And thank you for taking a look at all of those. I'm going to go hang them back up again, so give me a second. And then we're going to do some short chains that, hold on. I know it doesn't seem it, but I had to be really organized to have all these. I didn't want to have them all in bags because it was going to take me forever to show them to you. So, but I had to have them really organized so that they didn't end up in one big knot, if you know what I mean. You're welcome, Dee. You're welcome. Okay. So these are going to be a little bit smaller ones, but all branded, like I said. One of the first ones I want to look at here was, just had a little silver tone bead on that. I don't think it's sterling silver or anything. This just says Aeropostale, but I believe that this is probably a gemstone of some type. I don't think it's glass. I think it's some type of gemstone. I'm just not sure which. It doesn't quite go up to quartz, though, so I don't know. Maybe it's some type of nephrite jade, or I don't know. But anyway, so the first one there is like a choker length necklace, super short. Before the extender, you're looking at 16 inches. So that's choice one. This one actually doesn't have a brand on it. I thought it did when I put it in this grouping, but it reminds me of the gold one here. I mean, just the quality in which it's made of this Liz Claiborne one that, was that Liz Claiborne? Yeah. It reminds me sort of that, but I mean, I don't know. But this is just kind of textured, hammered, a little bit silver tone, just that's a pendant on there. And I don't know, I thought it had a brand, but then it didn't. So anyways, 16-inch chain in excellent condition. So that's what that's looking like. This is like a rose gold with like a pave pink stone, different kind of pink stones, or articulating dangle necklace there. This says Liz Claiborne. And before the extender, we're looking at 16 inches. So that's super cute. Okay. This one is just a multi-strand seed bead, all one length. You can see black. Looks like 4 strands, Erica Lyons, silver tone. Before the extender, it's probably 16 inches. Yes. So there's that. Okay. This one says American Eagle. It's in pretty good condition. It's like a station necklace, as you can see the texture on the necklace. chain, that is, that comes down to this little, crescent moon with probably some star constellation on it or something. This is longer before the extender. We're looking at about 23 inches before the extender, but that's in excellent condition. Whoops. Okay. This one's going to be you pick 3 for $5. Woohoo! Okay, so this is, I know this stands for something. C and I. It's got a bird on the back. I can't remember what brand that is, but I've seen other jewelry by them. They're really, really well-made jewelry. It's on its longest extender now. Oh, look, the extender can come off. So you don't actually have to have that extender even on there. But this is 2-strand. These are acrylic bezel set. Kind of a very antiqued brass kind of look. The first strand being about, 15 or so inches, maybe 16. So there's that. And the bottom layer right there is that little diamondy looking thing. Okay, so there's that. This is very simple. It's just a bar, like it's just like a little acrylic in the bar there. I can't remember what brand that is. If anyone knows what brand that is, good for you. It's got like a bar up here at the top, but it's just there. So it's not like down there by the necklace. So it's a very simple necklace, probably it's about 18 inches before the extender. And then the last one, it's this little Cobichon faux pearl, very simple, on a gold tone chain link there. This says Loft right there. And before the extender, we're looking at about 16 inches. So gold tone there. See if you can see that. There we go. So there are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know that's not an even amount. We'll find another choice if we end up needing more. But this is going to be pick 3 for $5. So let me pull up a listing. All right. So any takers on that? I'm starting the auction now. You pick 3. So we have Erica Lyons, we have Loft, we have Express, we have some other brands I'm not sure of. We have that one with the bird on it. I think this is a really good brand. I just can't remember what it is. And Dee's in, and she gets to pick herself 3. How exciting. Woohoo. All right. I have no guess what you'll do. She's already got it planned out. 5, 6, and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's like brand new looking. It looks great. 6. I think that one's definitely more valuable than what $1.50 that I'm selling it for. And then this one's Loft. Now, hold on, let me make sure that there's some gook on the faux pearl. If it doesn't come off, I want to make sure you know. Oh, it came off. So never mind, it's fine. Okay, so that's the correct ones, right? Woohoo! Okay, so let's get, these were new bags here, so we're just going to put them in here. So there's that. All right, very nice. You're going to have a different necklace, or you're going to have necklaces to give away as gifts, or you're going to have necklaces to sell. If you have a, an antique booth or I never know what everyone, I used to have an antique booth, but everyone's got their own little gig going on. So I wish I could remember what brand that is. Do you guys remember? It's like, I don't know. I know it's a good brand though. Oh, Dawn says those are all the ones she'd pick. Okay, so I'm duplicating that and I'm running it again. You pick 3. Okay. And I'm going to start putting these back in little baggies. Okay, so now we're going to move on. That's all the shorter, I think that's all the shorter necklaces I have. I think everything else I have is longer. But we're going to kind of get nicer. Well, I shouldn't say nicer. Some of the groupings are going to end up being like $5 for just one because they're really nice. And maybe I'll do that group next. There are like some Chicos and some nicer brands that, like really nice Chico's stuff that are, normally $40 or $50 or $60. I mean, they can be quite valuable. And yeah, $5 a pop is going to be a steal. So, okay. So we will do that one next. Great minds think alike. There you go. Okay. So that's done. That's done. Hold on one second. This is done. Okay, this next grouping is going to be $5 each. Okay. Some really nice ones. Give me a second to get organized here. Oh, such nice necklaces, I tell you. Okay. Sorry, I might have to grab some scissors. I don't think I can break this. Wow, some of these are going to be some incredible deals, let me just tell you, in this grouping. Okay, so let's keep going. All right, So this first necklace is White House Black Market. I mean, not White House Black Market. Yes, White House Black Market. This is 3-strand. Um, and let me check here. So we've got faux pearls. We've got glass, bezel set glass and just faceted glass. And I think the black one is acrylic, but these are glass. So it actually surprises me that those are acrylic. Maybe they're not. Yeah. Uh, hold on. I can't tell. There's so much glass on here though. All of that is faceted glass. Glass, glass, glass. 3-strand. You can see all of this going on. Super long. And then obviously there are 3 different lengths. So this is a very significant long layering necklace. Really beautiful. You can see all of that. Super long. The shortest of the lengths is probably about 34. And the longest of the lengths is probably about 54. So that's a choice, $5 choice. That's the first one. Pretty significant. Wow. Okay. Let me do this one first while it's not tangled. Okay, so this one is Chico's. Okay. This is on a snake chain, double strand, gold tone, kind of like a station where it's got these little, like metal, I would say they're metal beads, um, going down. And then both of them have these little pave balls. So it's kind of the same pattern, but just one layer is longer than the other. In excellent condition. They've got these little knob balls there along the way. It's a really nice, well-made necklace. For layer, the shorter of the two is probably maybe 38 inches. It's pretty long. It is really well made. And the gold tone looks fantastic. So that is Chico's. Okay. Then we've got Chico's again. Big hang tag, textured links. One of the links is just cup link black, rhinestone, prong set. One of the links is just a thicker, it looks like it changes links as it goes down. And then one of the links is textured links with these little pave balls on it. So 3 layers, 3 different lengths. And it appears to be a removable extender because you have 2 lobster claw clasps there. Very heavy, very well made. The shortest of the links before the extender is probably about 28 inches. As you imagine, Chico's is very well made. Another Chico's necklace. The extender either has been touched a lot because it looks kind of silver tone, but the rest of the chain is gold tone. Maybe a little bit of wear here on the clasp, but the actual chain looks incredible. These hammered kind of square open things, they're like bigger and then smaller and then bigger and then smaller. Really heavy. Very well made. Again, here we're looking at about Probably about 36 inches. Really, really nice. Chico's again. Chico's again. On a, you know, I don't know where the beginning or the end, because all of the chain, if I hook it where it's the same length chain on both sides, then you've got like a couple inch extender, but the chain doesn't change. But it alternates these hammered black and silver and just black and silver, different shapes, different sizes, all hammered links, very, very heavy, very, very well made. Again, that one, we're probably looking at 34 inches. Chico's again. Okay, I got 2 left. This Chico's again. There you go. Long extender. This is on a cord that is in immaculate shape. It's like this has never been used. It's a super long cord that comes down to essentially this medallion that you can see. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They all are independent of each other. It's a pretty cool dangle. Mixed metal, as you see there. So that long, I'm measuring only to this, even though this goes down further. Yeah, that's about 28 inches. So there's that. And this is the last one. This one says Alfani. Okay. A really significant chain. Very nice chain. Kind of a little bit like, not like a shiny silver, a little bit more, but not gunmetal either. It comes into these sort of links that are really interesting because, like, when you look at it from this way, you can see it's bigger and then skinnier. But then when you look at it this way, it's skinnier and then bigger. It's just got some asymmetry there. They're very, very heavy links. It's a very, very well-made necklace. Again, we're looking at about 34 inches there. Really nice links there. Okay, so 1, which is White House Black Market, Chico's 2, Chico's 3, Chico's 4, Chico's 5, Chico's 6, Alfani 7. This is buyer's choice. Pick 1 for $5. Very, very well made necklaces. Okay, so I am moving that to stage. If there's anyone interested in those, it is running now. All very well made. And I can imagine I wasn't going to take the time looking all these up on Google Lens, but a lot of these necklaces go for, oh my gosh, brand new Chico's, $60, $70. So I appreciate y'all looking. Okay. Let me go hang them up. Okay. I have 1, 2, like maybe 3 more sets to go. Oh, 4, it looks like. already did that one. Yes, 3. I have 3 left. There's some really nice ones in here too. Sorry, I'm gathering here. Okay. I think that one. Ouch. All right. Here we go. 3 more left. This is just very simple. Aldo, just a super long, faceted glass bead, long necklace. It is all the same size, about 34 inches long, not including the extender. Okay, so you got that. This is going to be you pick 2 for 5. This one's really nice. So this is multi-strand. This is Club 1946. You see that there? 3 strands of station necklaces, alternating different sorts of beads. We've got hammered beads here and little balls on there, and it's 3 different lengths. The shortest of them being 20 inches. This is really heavy. Very, very well made. That's a nice one. I believe this is a gemstone. It's a really big. There you go. So my guess is possibly jadeite. Oh, you can't even see. Sorry. Or it could be aventurine. Aventurine is usually more green, but this has some sparkle in it. So it might be quartz. It's hard to say. But the point is it is a gemstone. Just one really big gemstone hanging from a thicker snake chain. And this has got a hang tag, True Time, which actually surprises me because that's a really well-made necklace. But I think True Time is Walmart, so that surprises me because this is really, really well made. Okay, so that's 3. This is Loft. You can see that. Double strand, just regular chain that comes down to some bigger chain links and then into some acrylic and glass faceted beads. Look like one of them is glass. The rest of them are acrylic. Yeah. So obviously asymmetrical. Super long. We're probably looking at 32 inches. And like that's Loft. This one is also loft. It's very similar to the other one in that it has two chains that comes down into this really cool, they're like little briolets, but then a glass stone. These are acrylic, a glass stone. These are acrylic, a glass stone, and it just keeps going. What a great spring necklace that is. Look at that. Really long. Before the extender, you're looking at, oh gosh, 38 inches. So that's pretty nice. How are we doing so far? Okay. So I got a couple more left in this one. Oh, well, no, it looks like I got 2 left in this one. Oh, no, just 1 left. Oh. No. So these are all glass beads. You can see some of them have foil to them. They're all glass. The ones in between here are acrylic, but that one's glass. So I don't know why they would have glass and then switch to acrylic. Yeah. No, I think all the smaller ones are acrylic and all the bigger ones are glass or metal. Okay. I think it's on a serpentine chain, super long with pinks, as you can see there. Where is I don't see, how do I even know what brand this is? I'm so confused. Why I would have pulled it if I didn't know a brand. But I guess I don't know a brand. That's weird. Okay, so there's a no brand, even though tonight's supposed to be brand name. Haha. There's that. I think I'm going to save this one for a different group. It's too nice. Okay, so how many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to stop there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Okay. So this is going to be you pick 2 for $5. Okay. Duplicate. Edit. Remove. Take a picture. Yeah. I mean, gosh, some of these are just really nice. Okay. So, and I'm bringing it to stage and starting the auction now for anyone interested in those. So yeah, we had Loft, we had Aldo, and what other ones? What was this one? D's in Club 1946, No Name Brand. D's in, and she got the winning bid. And okay, she gets to pick. I always wonder what it'll be. She's already ready. Number 2. I would have picked that too because this is so nice. It is. We'll go with everything, and it's in such great condition. That's number 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the glass bead one then, right? This one? No brand. Okay, it's got kind of foil in some of those little things there. Okay. Very good. I'm going to push that together and I'm going to duplicate that while I get her thing together and run that auction again. Okay, let's get some baggies for you. Okay, we've got 8 seconds left on those last 4 choices. Dee got awesome necklaces tonight. Okay, thank you for looking at those. So let me take those away. Okay, I have 2 more sets. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so D, just heads up. I don't know if you heard my story about my computer and me leaving it in the hotel, and how I've called the hotel people and they actually did find it in the room. I left my computer and my iPad there. I've never done it. It was the worst mistake ever. I don't know how my brain. And they have it. And I talked to her last week on Tuesday, and she's like, I'll get it in the mail tomorrow. And then a week later, I called her yesterday on Monday, and she hadn't even mailed it yet. And then I called today, and it hadn't gone out yet. And she said she was going to run up to and get it mailed today, which I don't know. But I can't like send anything unless I'm on a computer. So I don't know. Maybe I'll have to use one of my kids' computers to download the app, because I guess I would just have to log in. But right now I don't have my computer to send all that stuff off. Unless I figure out how to do it with my son. So, obviously if I ended up holding onto it for an extra week, it'll just be progressive shipping through the next whatever. But if it's delayed, that is why. If I can't, I don't know if my son's computer, it would be his gaming computer. I don't know if he'll even let me do that. You know how they are. So I have a handful of things I have to do for people. Okay, this next set, they are $5 each. These are gorgeous. These all have glass beads, natural stone. Oh my goodness, these are really beautiful. To be honest, I can't believe I'm offering them for $5 each, but I am. I think this is the higher level paparazzi. I think paparazzi makes 2 levels of jewelry. One is like the $5 each cheaper one, and then one is the nicer one. And look at this necklace. It's all this multiple strand. These are all faceted glass beads, AB, Borealis, different chain links. You see it's got like black and white and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on each side that then comes down to all of them hanging from the bottom. It's actually a really cool necklace. It's really long, but the hanging comes from, right there, that rectangle. So before the extender, just to this part is 20 inches, but then going from there to the end is another 20 inches, just so you know. But I think that's really nice. All faceted, as you see. I don't know if you can appreciate this, but this is all faceted glass beads. Beautiful. So there is choice 1. Very, very nice. Okay. Okay. So this is Loft. Okay. Gold tone. Just one long chain, but then it comes down to, these are glass beads, glass faceted beads, bezel set. I guess that's glass. Yeah, that is glass. Coming down to a metal tassel. You can see that really pretty bezel set, one on both sides. It's just a pretty layering with some natural colors in it. The ones up here are like metal and might be, I can't tell if those are glass or not, the smaller ones. But anyways, that we're looking at about 30 inches before the extender. So you got that. It's going to be like Christmas when it comes. Going to have all these necklaces. Okay, this one is a really cool one. Hopefully I'm not about to just go screw it up, get it all tangled. Oh, this one is so nice. This is also loft. Okay, so this is mixed metal. So we've got like, I guess that one's kind of brassy, and then black or gunmetal, and then silver. These are all glass, and then faceted glass that comes down to, these are all glass beads. That's even glass. Everything's glass. And then it comes down to more of those. It's just a mixture of some different things going on. It's actually really pretty. Mixed metal. The shortest of the strands is probably about 28, with the longest being about 34, I'm guessing. Very, very well made. You see, that's glass bezel set. Yes. Yes. So well made. Okay, these are $5 each. So there's number 3. Okay, this one is, again, I'm not sure. Is this might be, she's the brand that's at Kohl's. Like Vera Wang, maybe? Is that Vera's Wang symbol? I can't remember. But this is like black gunmetal-ish. This is just little clusters of, I believe, glass faux pearls. Hold on. Yes, those are glass faux pearls. And they're kind of little cha-cha with got little AB coated, beads mixed in with that. And then it's like a Y necklace. So it comes to that, and then it goes down as a single strand. So to the Y, it's about probably 30 inches plus the Y going down. Again, very, very, very well made. Heavy, all the things you would expect in a quality made necklace, okay? Some pretty necklaces, right? So pretty. Let me see if I can fit one in here. Okay, this one is Loft. It's on a silver tone box chain that comes straight down to these. I'm sure these are quartz, and then you've got druzy going on here. Quartz, quartz, quartz. Yes, all of them are quartz. So every single one of them are quartz. So that's pretty, right? Again, that's Loft. And that hangs down, I would say, about, I don't know, 30 inches maybe. So that one's cool. Almost done. We got 3 more left. All of these are just super nice ones. Ooh, this one's neat. So this is also Loft. This is a mixed metal. It starts off with like brass links, and then it changes to black links, but then textured silver links on one side. We've got some rhinestone beads, faceted glass beads, metal, and then it changes links again, and more glass beads, metal, coming all the way down. They get bigger as we go down. Pave one, glass, and the texture and the links keep changing the whole time. It is about 30 inches. Again, I'm going to run that up my hand so you can see how it changes. It's pretty. It's a neat one. I like that one. Great layering. Such pretty necklaces, okay? This one might be Sodalite. I'm not sure, but this is what we're looking at. I'll look and see if I think it's lapis lazuli or sodalite. But again, this is loft. Okay. We've got gold tone coming down. Now this is asymmetrical. So it comes to this really big dangle, and then you've got all these little, dangles at the bottom that are different lengths with all natural stone hanging from them. But then when it comes up here, they're not the same on each side. Like it ends earlier on this side and it goes up higher on this side. So let me look at these. I don't see any gold flecks, but I do see some shimmer in some of these, which makes me think it could be a couple different gemstones. Yeah, I'm just not sure. But I'm sure if you looked it up and typed in loft, so there's the big pendant. Some type of quartz, just don't know which one. But again, there's some like gray ones here that look different than the blue ones. So that one goes to there, but the blue one is much lower than this blue one. Barely moves at all. So that one might be glass, but then this one goes up really high. So it's definitely a mixture of some things. Okay, so there's that one. Oops, this just came unhooked. That's great timing. Not. Don't you worry. All I have to do is stick it back in there. Sorry, I'm just putting this link back together. Okay, so there's that. Got a cot up there. All right, I have one more. This one's so pretty too. This is 2-strand. This is the limited. Okay, I want you to see here. Kind of a muted gold tone, 2-strand. These are all faceted glass, AB, kind of a champagne color that come to these little metal kind of stations that go down to bigger faceted glass. It's like and then also the chain link changes as you go down. So you get like a bigger chain link. You come down more, you get more of those, you get a bigger chain link. What a great layering necklace to go with a million things, right? One strand is a little bit shorter than the other, but the shorter of the strands is about 30, about 34, I would say about 34 inches. So all of it's real glass, if not natural stone. Really nice necklaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. $5 each. Such nice necklaces. Now this is an amazing deal here. Probably the best deals of the night right here. So I'm going to move that to stage, and I'm going to start the auction now on those. And then I have one more grouping to show you, which will be, you pick 2. So we've got 10 seconds left. D's in for 5. Such really great necklaces. And I have no idea what D will pick. There's so many really lovely necklaces. But I bet you she already knows. Thanks, D. You're amazing. The druzy one. Okay, that is a cool one. I do quite like that. So we're looking at it here, and they're all quartz, okay? And you've got your silver tone all on a very long box clasp. I think it's a box clasp. Okay. And then I'm going to duplicate this, and I'm going to push those in a little. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I had 8 before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7. I think I miscounted them before, but I'm starting the auction again. For any other takers on any of the others, we've got 10 seconds left. And some really nice deals. And D is in. Such pretty ones. Yes, I agree. And so, Dawn, is D picking the ones that you would probably pick? What will it be? She picks. She is? Okay. Either 3 or 5. You choose. Okay. Well, I'm going to bring them up and give you a closer look. This is 3. I really love this one. It's in excellent condition. It's got all these mixed metals. It's all glass with the pave balls and some metal balls. That's a really nice one. That would be one I would pick too. So that one's really nice. So that's 3. And then 5 is the one with the faux pearls. I say this one because there's so much more going on, and you can wear silver, or you've got bronze, or you can wear gunmetal. I think it just goes with a lot, and it's a little bit more going on, but very quality. So what do you think? You want to go for that one? In my opinion, that's what I'd pick. Oh yes, love that one. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that and push it together. And I'm starting the auction again for any other takers. Okay. And Dawn's in. Woohoo, Dawn. I have no idea what she'll pick. There's still some really fabulous ones there, Dawn. So, Dawn, I'm sure you heard my story about my computer. I may be on hold a little bit before I can get it in the mail to you, because my computer, this darn hotel, hasn't sent it to me. I accidentally left it in that hotel. Obviously, I'll get it out to you. I know. And like, I'm literally about ready to go get in the car and drive 4 hours and go get it, because it's like ridiculous that they haven't sent it to me yet. Like, you just got to go up to the thing and ship it. Like, it really is really annoying me, but I don't want to get too pissed at them because they're holding my computer and iPad. You know what I mean? So like, I really might just get in the car and go up there. Yeah. So what do you think? It would drive you crazy too, right? So which one is catching your eye? There are a lot of good ones. In 1. Okay. Yep. This one's a really, really unique one. I think that's the symbol for paparazzi. Possibly it might be a different brand. I don't know. Maybe Juicy Couture. I don't know. But all I know is it's really nice. Again, all of those like 6 layers going into it, and then the dangle. It's a really unique necklace. That's a good one. Okay. And then all the dangles kind of have different lengths. It's really unique. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate that again, and I'm going to run it one more time. If anyone's interested, I can start putting that away. And I have one last set to show you guys that will be pick 2. Yay, thank you. You're welcome. And I will be in touch on the update of my computer situation. I apologize. We got 5 seconds left on that. I'm going to start to put this away. Right, thank you for looking. So that's a pretty cool one there. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. Okay. I don't think I can fit that one in there. I think I need a bigger bag. You know, I canceled last night's show because I had this bellyache. I still have it. It is still here, just not, I'm uncomfortable and don't feel great, but it's not as bad as it was last night, but I still have it. I just don't feel great. I don't really know what's going on. Don't worry, I'm not pregnant. I'm 54. It's impossible because that's not what I want. But you know how sometimes people just feel off for whatever reason, you don't know why? Younger people might question that. Okay, thanks. No worries. And if it ends up going into other shows, obviously it will just continue progressive shipping. But normally, you know me, I'm out getting them out like once a week. And okay, so yeah, maybe I'm stressed about my computer. Huge possibility. Maybe that's it. Stress causes stomach problems. All right, here's my last one. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, guys. So this is going to be you pick 2, $5. And these are the last ones I got to show you. So this one is Chico's. It's sort of like a muted gold tone, kind of looks sort of pewterish. It's so funny because the extender, usually the extender isn't the bigger of the link, but the extender is bigger than the rest of the links because this is the other links. Okay, so these are they almost look like, cat's eye or, some sort of, but they are these little, they're glass. Yeah, I already turned my thing off, but bezel set glass little stations there. So Chico's, and that's probably about 24. I think I said some of the measurements wrong earlier. I was adding it wrong in my head. I think that's 34 inches. So there's Chico's. Okay. This one is Lane Bryant. So we've got about a 3-inch extender there, but it's asymmetrical. These are acrylic, but that is a glass bead right there. And there's one of them on this thing, this really odd shaped. We've got some textured, different size rings there. And then we go into double chain. That is also glass right there. But then some of these other things are acrylic. And so that's acrylic, but that is not glass. That definitely is. Isn't that weird? On the same necklace, how that one would be glass, but this one that looks so similar wouldn't be? I don't know. But anyways, that's a cool bead right there. All right, Lane Bryant. And before the extender, you're looking at about 36 inches. Okay. All right, this is kind of mixed link. This is Loft. It comes out of two kind of like antiqued brass chains that come down to then multiple layers. So you've got like this chain here that's like kind of matted gold tone. Some of them are glass, like that is glass. Could even be a gemstone. I'm going to turn it on in case it is. But that's a that's acrylic. I don't know. Hold on. Huh. Yeah, I think that one's acrylic, but that other one's not. But you can see it's got lots of different layers. It's got a layer of just like a station chain, and then it's got a layer with those little designs on it. It's got ball bead layer. It's just got a regular brassy link. So there's several layers going on there. And that one stone is a quartz or possibly jade. I think there's only one of them on it, but it is something. I think it goes all the way up to jade. So it might be some type of jadeite. Don't know. But that's where it falls. So there's that. So the shortest of the things are looking at about, I don't know, 28 inches maybe. Okay. This is just one super long loft. There's your mark. Gold tone box chain that just comes down way down to, yeah, I'll test these. That's definitely glass or a quartz of some type. This looks like opal glass. I'm sure that's a real pearl. There's a bezel set glass right there. I bet you that's a real pearl too. Yes. Yes. So all glass. You've got this little disc here that's kind of paved with some rhinestones. Okay, it's just glass on the big medallion, and then the opal glass is just glass. But that's a pretty cool. And that is, the chain is like, oh my gosh, like 36 inches. It's super long. So there's that. All right, I got 3 necklaces left. This is you pick 2. So this one is like a rose gold. And this is, what brand is this? Ann Taylor. It says Ann Taylor Factory right there. So it's a 2-strand from like a snake chain, just layering. So this is like some like rubbery ball, metal, rubbery ball. It's very interesting, very muted, very neutral, rose gold in color. And you're also looking at about 30, 34, 36 inches on the shorter of the 2. So you got that. Okay, this one's pretty. It's got such pretty shapes on it. Sorry, I got to get it untangled. This is Charming Charlie. Well, Charming Charlie, I need you to get untangled, please. Sorry, I'm still trying to untangle it. What is up? Okay. They're all like these little station designs, and so they just get tangled on each other. Okay, so Charming Charlie, you've got an extender there. It's got 2 strand coming down into these really cool, these are glass faceted glass, faceted rectangles, glass. That one might be acrylic. That's acrylic. That's glass. That's glass. That's glass. That's acrylic. You know, you get the idea. And it just keeps going to the bottom. But these little square gold rectangular prism ones are super cool. So 2-strand, and I don't know why that random thing is right there, unless it's supposed to go down. Okay, so it is looking at about, oh goodness, probably 34 or 36 inches again. Okay, so there's that. So this is you pick 2, the last one of the night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6. Okay. So let me pull it up. Taking this off. I don't need that anymore. I don't need that anymore. So you pick 2. Duplicate. Edit. Remove. Update listing. Move to stage. All right. It's the last one of the night. And there you go. It's running. You pick 2. So we have Chico's and Lane Bryant and Loft and Taylor, Charming Charlie, a mixture, and some natural gemstones apparently there. So there you go. Thank you for looking. Oh, darn it. I don't know if it'll make a difference. There was one more necklace. Hold on. Let me show it to you. And I'll run it one more time. My bad. That might change someone's mind. This one is Liz Claiborne. Excellent condition. And it just comes down into this station necklace. It's asymmetrical, obviously. Each side looks a little bit different. The silver tone looks incredible. And it is probably about 30 inches. So my bad. I'm going to run it one more time just in case. Okay, I'm starting it one more time. Sorry about that. It may not matter, but there you go. Oh, I need to go lay down. Do not feel good. And Dawn is in and this is picking 2. Get some baggies. Dawn. All right. What do you think? The 2 blues. Okay, so this one. Now, one's gold tone and one's silver tone. So these are glass of some type. I didn't actually test them for a gemstone. That one's Chico's. And then I assume this is the one you meant. This one is gold tone, but it has real pearls, but these are faceted glass. Yeah, that's really pretty. Long layering. The 2 blues, gold and silver. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that. I'm going to run it one more time while I get this ready. I'm starting that. And let me put these in baggies for you. Okay, we got 10 seconds left. So this is Miss Meowie. And okay, awesome sauce. Awesome sauce. Okay, there we go. This is really pretty. I would have picked that too. So maybe I have the same taste as both of you. Okay, so that's for Dawn. And then all these bezel set ones, Chico's. Yeah, thanks. Ugh, I usually am not feeling yucky like this. I don't really know what's going on. But anyways, we finished at 11:15. Not too bad, right? Compared to the nights where I've gone till heaven knows, middle of the night. Thank you so much, Dee. I appreciate it. I always love having you guys come. Hopefully I'll feel better at the end of the week. And, I don't know if you guys notice, but I really try to make each show different. Sometimes we're doing you pick kind of stuff where it's more like this. Sometimes it's more high end. Sometimes I'm bringing just sterling. Sometimes I'm bringing just vintage. I really try to change it up so I'm not like boring you guys with just the same old stuff every time. I have a lot of jewelry, so I haven't had to repeat anything yet. Unless I intentionally repeated it because it fell under a different theme. But anyways, you guys rock. Thanks so much again. And I'll stick this up with my stash and I will try to get my darn computer back. Ugh. So anyways, you guys have a great, great night. And thanks again. Your shows are always great. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Have a good night. Thanks again.